use your authority and your weight to be controlling or to be deceptive or to, trying to continue to destroy the image of a Black woman.
But but think about it. It's just like we talk about the Civil War. How can you take over a country? You got to get the country fight on itself. So it's the same thing with Black African American household. This seed was planted, like you said, a long time ago.
Yeah.
But unless we are willing to identify the group, right, and then begin to correct what's going on within each one of us, right, then we cannot grow. We cannot be better families and better men and better women. Some of us I want to go back to what you said before I get go deeper into that. When you said when you see the other spouse flourishing or your mate, succeeding in things and achieving in things, and something comes over you, and you begin to pick and fight with your mate. You begin to downgrade them and make them feel because you have something going on within you. You have something, a battle that you're fighting within yourself. Because most men were taught that that a man provides, a man does this, and a man does that, and a man takes care of his own. And we don't understand the difference between emotional support. We think that support just means how much money you bring in and put on the table. But sometimes it means your support. Sometimes it means you building your wife up. You building your husband up. Can you be all that person needs to be, even if they are doing better than you? So you think you're doing better than you financially? Can you still be on the team? Can you still understand that you are still on the team? It's so many men that withdraw their support, they withdraw their money, their money or whatever, to spite or to see that person fall back to a level to where they can handle it. Some men can't handle a woman that's independent. Some you see what I'm saying? Some men can't handle a woman that's so financially independent till he don't know where his place is. You see what I'm saying? That means that you need to go back to the drawing board and really understand what being a partner, what being a friend. You need to reevaluate all of those things, because when you feel low when your woman makes more money, it's something else going on with you.
Yeah.
Has nothing,
No, for real.
For real. I mean, it's something going on. When your wife comes in and has got a raise on her job, and all you feel is anger and irritation, something's going on with you.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
And then I have experienced a man just tearing into when his funds run low. He goes off and he's attacking everybody. You how much money did you spend? What you spend on it? What? And before you know it, that woman is sitting there like, what's going on? We need to address so many things. We talked about it on the last show. We need to address mental illness. We need to address generational curses. We need to address what is really a true good relationship, right? How can we both stay in this relationship with both one person is growing more or changing and evolving, and you feel stuck? You don't know how to evolve with the situation. You see what I'm saying? So you immediately attack. Can we address all of that stuff? There's so many dynamics to this whole conversation where that's why I say when that young man got to talking, I was like, so sad.
Yeah.
That is so sad.
Because one person hurt him.
Yeah.
He got hurt by one woman, probably two, maybe three Black women that may have hurt him, cut him in a way, and he's responding based off the hurt that he received, from a Black woman. But, and I understand, like, let's just be clear, like, we do understand that there are women who are very
vicious.
You know what I'm saying? Vicious, deceptive, controlling. There are Black women. I'm not saying it do not exist. because there is some black women are the devil, like strictly like just evil because they can be, or they just want to be, or they feel like they're superior and they make more money. There are women really, what I'm saying, beat the black man up in a relationship because they feel like they either know more than that person or they came from a background where they family had money and they family didn't. So it's like they use that power to try to destroy the black man. And I understand.
Right there. Or their mother talk to their dad like
They monkey see, monkey do. So they saw their daddy be controlling and abusive. And you know what it's called? I'm gonna say it on camera. It's called passive aggressiveness. Passive aggressiveness. Y'all gotta stop that for real. Passive, because all it does is it plants seeds in the heart of your spouse and it makes them more vulnerable. You just add more fire. When you be passive aggressive or when you try to be controlling or try to destroy your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, like when you try to be passive aggressive or you try to add to the frustration that you already got going on within yourself, it only makes things worse. You're not coming together, you just creating a division in your own household. Because you have yet to learn how to deal with your jealousy. You've been jealous all your life. And now you're in a marriage jealous. And now you're in a relationship jealous. You jealous of your children. You just like it's a spirit of these things are roots. And if we don't know how to deal with these things from the root, then we'll never grow. We'll never have a powerful household.
And not only that, everybody else will always be the problem.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, just go back to take responsibility. And I agree, and I'm saying it too. I'm not saying that there are not man bashers out there. I believe that black men are one of the strongest, are the strongest men on earth. But how can that be activated? You know what I'm saying? And how can it stay activated? We have to take responsibility, women and men, for where we are.
Right.
We have to.
Right.
Because I was listening to one thing, and like I said, one of the things that make me mad and sad about it is that he hasn't lived long enough to say all black women. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't understand that. And I go back to the dynamic of you have a man who's on drugs. You have a man that's spending the finance. You have a man. Let's forget about the household. Let's go into just people. Period. Right? You got men that are pimping women, that are making them sell their bodies. You have husbands that are raping their wives. You have so many different scenarios going on within this world, households, whatever. You got it going on. So we have to be very careful about these stones that we're throwing at each other. You get what I'm saying? This man we talked about last week killed his whole family. It was a man that had been married to his wife for years, I think they was in their 30 years of marriage. And she wanted a divorce. And he killed her. Put her in the trunk of the car. Drove the car, he was still in the front seat, drove the car over into the river and killed himself in the car. How do let's heal, let's do work to figure out about these things that's going on with our mental health in these relationships. Let's just stop, because you can find an angry black woman, you'll find a messed up past. Do you get what I'm saying? Or a messed up relationship with a father, or a messed up relationship with a dad. Even watching Love and Hip Hop, which is one of my favorite shows, and people say, what? That's one of my favorite shows because I read behaviors that's going on in our community. You have one woman, she's always fighting with her man, stalking and talking crazy to him, beating him upside the head, domestic violence, right? Then you go and look at the dynamic of her and her mother's relationship. She can't stand her mother. You know, her mother don't get along. She cussed her mother out. Her mother was on drugs. Her mother left the house. Her mother prostituted her. You know, all kinds of stuff going on. And these are stars. Okay. So
these are your role models.
These are role models. But these are also people that need to be healed. These behaviors came from somewhere. I don't care what it is, it's rooted. It has a root. It comes from somewhere. And until we are willing, again, I go right back to do the work. Face our past. Some people don't want to deal. Some people's personality has split because hey, that's somebody else. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm happy, joy. I'm this person, that person. But you say something about their mama, they turn into a completely different person. We got stuff in our culture that needs to be dealt with. I always talk about sweeping it under the rug. One day somebody gonna trip over. Okay?
Somebody could snatch it.
Somebody snatch it.
Like,
snatch it. Stop playing. Yo, look, the uncle molested this one. You know, she grew up. Her mama told her, "Oh, you just fast." Come on, we black culture. We always tell our, but we shrug our kids off with that. She fast. She just fast. She told you that so and so touched her. Her behavior has changed, and you tell her she fast. No, you need to figure out why she's like that. Who touched her? Who messed with her? Who disrupted her?
Somebody robbed her from her innocence.
Oh.
But we don't want to address these issues because it's too deep. Or it ain't happened to me, so it ain't my problem. Like, let me say my brother. It ain't happened to me, so it ain't my problem. It ain't happened to my child, it happened to your child. Or you get in a relationship you get in a marriage, oh, that's your bad, it ain't my bad.
That's your bad, it ain't my bad, I don't have to deal with it. But the thing is, and a lot of people don't believe this, but I'm going to tell you, there is no way for you to be all the way before you meet your spouse. You gotta be 100%. That's not real. That's not real. It's some things that's dormant. It's something that you're gonna find out when you get into that intimate relationship. You could be so in love with a person and get, oh my God, so hot. Get in that commitment. Oh my God, you can't stand it. Take it on your nerves. Come on. And guess what? That spouse, that partner, that teammate now has to help you do the work. Because guess what? It's some things that's gonna come up with your teammate. And guess what? You're gonna be there to help them do. But both people have to understand this is what's happening. We don't like to take responsibility for the devil's work. Come on. Oh, I'm just like this. Oh, this is just the way I am. No, this is some things that look, why do I respond in a negative way every time something positive happens? You need to discover what that is. Discover what it is. Where did it start? What's the source?
It's like when me and my husband first got married, he had to help me create a new normal because things that was normal to me were so dysfunctional and toxic from my childhood that when I got married, it was a lot of things. I'm not gonna say some. There were a lot of things that I had to change, but I was willing to change because now I'm bringing new people involved, children.
That had nothing to do with.
Exactly. So if I'm going to have a prosperous or a productive or a solid family, then the foundation of this family got to be fixed. There are some things that needs to be changed, healed. There needs to be things that need to be talked about. There are some things that need to be exposed.
And you know, one of the toughest things for us to do is to be vulnerable to each other. Because once that person gives you a sign of something that happened to you in the past, first thing you do is build that wall. But another thing, we have to, by identifying the different things that's going on with us, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and having our children watch us repent, watch us correct, watch us do better, it makes them a better person. It helps them. One thing they used to teach in school is conflict resolution.
Yes.
They don't teach that anymore. So now you got a bunch of people out there just winging it.